Busan is a southern coastal city and was during the Korean War one of the last bastions for the south before they managed to reverse the situation. Due to the unique terrain of the land Busan is built on, a lot of refugees had to settle and build their houses on the hillside, since they couldn't afford to live down in the valleys of Busan. These neighborhoods were home to a lot of crime, which later improved a lot, partly because how they decided to paint all of the houses and roofs in bright colors. One of these neighborhoods is known as Gamcheon Cultural Village, and it is now one of Busan's top tourist attractions. And honestly, it's quite a picturesque place. Another one of Busan's cute attractions is their cable car station, in which I didn't get a ticket in time, so I opted to walk along the cable car park instead. If you want a ticket for the cable cars, get there when they open early in the morning, since they sell out quite quickly. It wouldn't be a Korea city highlight without talking about their markets. Being a coastal city, Busan has one of Korea's biggest seafood markets. It was also the place where I had the best prawns of my life. It was a life-altering experience, and I forgot to document them. So it's okay if you complain to KILROY about how I didn't document them. I would too. In general, being in Busan is one of the biggest treats, and Busan is by far my favorite city of all Korea. The food, the people there, the architecture, culture, everything about Busan is just great. One of the best activities we also did in Busan was to go on a yacht cruise. The yacht cruise ended in a firework display, which was really cool. That winds up our trip here on the Korean peninsula itself, but our trip is not completely done because we are gonna go to Jeju Island, which is considered Korea's Hawaii and is an island that we need to fly to get there from Busan. It's a volcanic island known for its great surfing opportunities, but also its citrus fruits, such as a local type of mandarin, which tastes absolutely divine. Being on a tropical island also means tropical weather. So for us, it meant a lot of wind and rain, which didn't take away from the natural beauty of the place. And the only thing really bringing the place down was we were there in the early part of spider season, which meant giant creepy crawlers everywhere. I mean, just look at this thing. It's about to become the next Aragog. We stayed on the southern part of Jeju, which I also highly recommend, since the north is more of a metropolitan, while you get more of the natural beauty in the south. Jeju also has a dark historical past with one of the worst local genocides that we still don't know the full extent of, since people didn't speak about it for many years due to the fear of their lives. So a lot of knowledge about it has been lost. It makes you feel a bit conflicted when you walk around this slice of paradise that for many years has felt like hell on earth for a lot of people. I was actually debating with myself to include this or not, but I feel like it's important to talk about even in a travel YouTube video. It has been described that this beautiful waterfall was at one point bred from the blood of the victims of the genocide. But I will leave it at that and advise you to read up on the history of Jeju if you want to know more. And with that pleasantry in mind, let's go back to being more lighthearted and focus on what you probably enjoy the most: my suffering. The group and I went to the volcano Halasan, which of course meant more stairs. Compared to the thousands of other stairs, Halasan was actually surprisingly easy. But maybe I've just developed stair Stockholm syndrome at this point. Having conquered another set of mighty stairs, it was finally time for us to enjoy another thing that Jeju is widely known for: its barbecue. Jeju is also home to the black-footed pigs, used for what I can only describe as a meal of gods. When you travel throughout Korea, you can feel the hardship that a lot of people have gone through, but also the kindness of the Korean people everywhere you go. And this is especially true on Jeju. From the old women who still free dives after shellfish and clams, to the kind-hearted 7-Eleven clerk who was handing out fresh mandarins to go with my morning onigiri. I really just want to give a shout out to basically all Koreans we have met. They've been so incredibly nice, and I would especially like to give out the biggest shout out possible to the amazing guy we had on this trip called Choyan. He made our trip so much better. And if you ever go to a guided trip in Korea, I truly hope you get him as your guide. Possibly one of the best guides I've ever experienced and one of the nicest people to boot. Unfortunately, dear friends, this is gonna be the end of our journey throughout Korea. I just want to say thank you for watching, and thank you to KILROY for sending me to this amazing place. I have loved 98% except the stick, but everything else has been absolutely amazing. I'm gonna head off to China tomorrow. Hopefully I will also be able to do a video like this for you there, but it's not gonna be with an amazing group of what I can now call friends that's been with me for this entire journey, from like everyone that was in the tour, but also the tour guides as well, have really opened up my eyes to how great it is to travel with a bunch of strangers who I really feel like I've bonded with. If you're considering going on a group trip, I mean, there's nothing I can recommend more. So thanks, and thank you for watching.